And now here comes the guy you spent the big bucks for. Fantastic comic, funniest guy I know. Please make some noise for Rick Stupinski.
One more time for Tommy, Dan, Mike.
Good job.
All right. Dan said fuck 3 times. That was incredible. I don't think I've ever heard him say fuck. Hey, can we get a couple more stools up here? I don't know if this is, enough for us to have a show here, but I'm glad you guys came out on a Saturday. You know, you can still see the fucking sunlight. You know it's 4 o'clock, right? Oh, man. I was really starting to feel it coming down here tonight. And this is my 3rd time here. I think I get a gold jacket, 2 more, right? 2 more. So, 3rd time here. And I turned 52 last year. And I was feeling really old about being 52. And then I saw that table back there. I was like, fuck yeah! I'm feeling good now! Yeah! There's no way they make it the whole 45 minutes. There's no way. There's Matlock on somewhere, or there's a bingo game, or something. You're never gonna make it. Yeah. So we're at Beef O'Brady's at 4 o'clock on a Saturday. I'm an award-winning comedian, and I'm at Beef O'Brady's at 4 o'clock in Paris, Florida! What? Oh my God. I would list all my credits of things I've done and places I've been and shows I've been on, but you don't have internet or TV down here. There's no way you would know any of these things I was telling you. Yeah. But I said, 3rd time here, and I'm really glad to be here because last night I was up in Land O'Lakes at Caliente. You ever heard of that?
No.
Somebody has. This guy in the hat, I've fucking been there. It's a nudist colony. The one guy. The table you're with's going, you need to explain yourself, sir. Going into work early. Yeah. It's a nudist colony. Land O'Lakes has 2. Paradise Lakes and Caliente. They're huge, right? So I got booked with my agent at the nudist colony doing a comedy show. Now, you know, you get excited, you think it's a nudist colony, but it's like your grandparents naked everywhere. So I'm on stage doing the show, and there's a guy right in front of me, his balls are just hanging there. Like every time he laughs, they're just bouncing up and down. I'm trying to do my show, and I had a decent show, and he comes up to me after the show, he goes, hey, can I take your picture? I'm clothed, he's naked, he wants to be together with me, so I go, okay, and he goes like this, he goes, all right, take it, honey, take the picture! Holy shit, what is that? Yingling, oh my God, we all drinking? Who's drinking? There is a second show, and that won't be happening. Sorry, your headliner couldn't make it because the first table here gave him a Yingling, a gallon. Yeah. Oh, thank you. So, I don't know if you guys probably have some grandkids who went in college. They went back to college. My stepson was home for Christmas for college, and we just sent him back. And the process of getting him into college, let alone back to college, with all the COVID and everything that's going on. Let's talk about that real quick, COVID, right? We were in Georgia for Christmas, and my daughter and her fiance are here. We were up in Georgia for Christmas. We took separate cars. We're coming back in from Georgia, and I got pulled over right when we crossed the state line. This Florida trooper pulled me over. I'm like, I wasn't speeding. There's no way. And he pulls me over, and I roll the window down, and I go, what's the problem? He leans in, he goes, what's that right there? It was hanging on my mirror. It was my mask. I go, well, that's my mask. He goes, you're in Florida, motherfucker. You don't need that. This is the Wild West here. We don't give a shit about the COVID here. Just go have a good time. Everything's open. We don't care. Should have done that earlier, but I thought I did it right now. So we sent him back to college. And if you sent anyone off to college, it's a process now. Is there anyone in the room who sent recently anyone to college?
Yes.
Over here?
Yes.
Yeah? You sent them, just where they go to school?
Southern, Florida Southern.
Southern. These are hard questions, aren't they? Someone in your family went to college and you went, I just wasn't prepared for questions. Oh my God, they asked me about my son. I didn't know that was coming. And Florida Southern? Oh, so, and you live where?
I live in Lutz.
You live in Lutz. So you sent, who's this, your son?
My nephew.
Your nephew. You sent him all the way to Lakeland. Wow. But it's a process. All these things, the essays and the paperwork and all that stuff. And I did not go to college, okay? I went to St. Petersburg Junior College. Are there any junior college people in here? Yeah. They called it junior college. I graduated from high school in 1987, and then I went to junior college. It wasn't even like, there's like a little college to make you sit over there. Junior college. When I went, I was excited because it felt like college. I went there with my dad to register, and we went up there, and there was a woman behind the counter, and I swear it was like 9 a.m., and she had a rum and coke and a cigarette. And she's just smoking away. She's like, you want to register? Okay. And so I was like, what do we do? I'm nervous. I'm like, sign up for college. And I said, is this where we pick our majors? At junior college. She goes, yeah, honey, you pick your major right now. What do you want? Psychology, I said. She goes, okay. S-Y-C-O. You're in psychology now. Yeah, that was. I think I paid for my entire first semester of college with a Texaco card. That was junior college. And picking the classes that you took in junior college. One class was called Numbers and Things. And there was another one called Books and Magazines. You take that one? That was a good one. Yeah. And the fun thing about junior college is like, it is now, they made it community college, right? And now it's just St. Pete College. Like, I mean, I guess it's a real college now, I don't know. But they called it junior, then community, but you would actually have people from your community. Like you folks there at the back table, right? The older folks? You could be 18 years old and there'd be someone like 80 years old in your class. And I appreciate that you're going for it, but what the fuck? What are you doing? You're 80. You're supposed to be retired. I want to go back to school, right? So there's always that 80-year-old guy that never understood what he was doing there. I guess, bettering his end of his life. I don't know. But there's no one. You ever watch like a thing on like Dateline or something where they're profiling somebody like Elon Musk or Bill Gates or somebody? It never starts out with, well, he went to junior college. It never. No one important ever went to junior college, right? Here's this 80-year-old guy in my graphics arts class. I don't even know what he's going to do with this degree once he gets it. Probably design his own funeral memorial cards. Those are nice. Look, he made these. Carl made these. He was a veteran and a grandfather, and he made these as his last thing. Yeah. I'm not going to pick on you the whole show, that time. But most of it, probably.
But never too old to learn.
So thanks for coming out. What trailer park do you guys live in? Kidding. There's probably 10 of them right behind us, right? Yeah. You guys are real proud of your houses down here, right? You'll split them in half and drive them up and down 301. I've seen it. It's beautiful. So Dan was talking about this earlier. I'm 52 now, so a couple years ago, I went to the doctor for the checkup. And he says, okay, everything looks good, but you have to get a colonoscopy. Now, who's had one? Everybody have one? It's the old table. You see that? They probably have a van that rolls around their trailer park with the bells and, hey, the colonoscopy van's here! They come running out. You get a scoop of soft serve and a colonoscopy. I don't know. But, so my doctor said you have to have it now, you're 50, and there's two ways to do it. The traditional way where they put the camera, like Dan was talking about, or this new way, Cologuard. Have you guys heard of Cologuard? It's a thing they ship to your house, and you do it yourself. You've probably seen the commercials, right?
Yeah.
It's a box with little tiny legs and a smiling face, and he's dancing around at the beach. He's at the pool. It's a box of shit. And no one even looks at him like, what are you doing here, box of shit? You're like, hey, Cologuard's here, right? I didn't know anything about this. My doctor says we ship it to your house, and you'll take care of it. You'll do everything. I'm like, okay, fine. So before I even got home from the doctor, the Cologuard box was on the front stoop. Not in the plain box, with the Cologuard box. It says Cologuard on it, so everyone in my neighborhood knew I was gonna shit in a box at some point. And I live up in Land O'Lakes now on a cul-de-sac where everyone knows everyone's business. Everyone knows that I shit in a box. So I get this thing home and I set it in the bathroom, and I'm looking at it and I'm nervous about it because I don't know what it is. So I go on YouTube and check it out, try to figure out how to do this thing, the instructions. You can learn anything on YouTube. So there's the Cologuard thing. It was just a cartoon. It was a commercial. So I open it up, and has anyone done one? Anyone done a Cologuard? Oh, of course, that table. And he's probably sitting on one right now. Honey, we're going to the show. I'm going to go ahead and shit in the box while I'm at the show. Just get them both done while I'm at the show. It's a lot easier. Yeah. So this guy will back this up, right? It's a kit that comes in a box. And you take the plastic part out and you're looking at the instructions, and it's a little bucket that you put in your toilet, and you unfold the wings, you close it, and you sit down on the toilet, and I'm reading the instruction book, and it says, okay, you've now assembled the kit, you're on the toilet, move your bowels. Okay, great. Move my bowels. Turn the page, it says, just a little bit. What the fuck? You can't say just a little bit? Put that on the same page. You can't do that. Just a little bit. So the Cologuard factory got a lot of shit because I didn't know it was on. And they call you, they email you about so luckily everything was fine, everything was good. And this is my daughter's table, and they're drinking an awful fucking lot. Have you noticed that? She might as well just have a chair over here. This is amazing. It was really cold in here a minute ago, wasn't it? That was my fault. I asked if they could turn it down, and it was like a freezer in here. So now I'd like it back on. Can we turn it back on now? We're going to do that up and down, and we're all going to get strep throat. But anyway, yeah. So Cologuard, everything's fine, everything's good, it's wonderful. Things are interesting when you get to be in your 50s. I know none of this front table's in your 50s yet. You folks remember the 50s? Oh, not being 50, the 50s. Remember the 50s? Yeah. Happy Days and Fonzie, remember that? That was good stuff. All these things start to happen to you, happen to your body. And the thing that happened to me recently, just 4 months ago, I had a vasectomy. Anyone? Anyone have a vasectomy? One guy shit in the box and no one's had a vasectomy. Just me. It's a weird room. Val, you have one? How old are you, man?
I'm 37.
You're 37. Yeah. Oh, so are you related to her?
Yeah.
So no questions for the two of you. I realized that because I said, how old are you? At 37, you said, right. How many children? 2. You're done. That's it. You're a family of 4.
Yes.
Right? I'm a family of 5. Anybody else come a family of 5? You guys? Remember when you were, like, I was the middle child. Yeah, I can't see, this light is really bright. What's that?
One of 5.
You're one of 5. Oh, are you Latin? Yeah, that makes sense. So you were a family of 7, right? One of 5. So there's 5 of you and a mom and dad. Oh, you're Latin, just the mom. I didn't expect it to go this route. It's what? Well, I'm sure it is. Yeah. She said it's complicated. I'm gathering that. Yeah. So, are you the baby?
Okay, so I'm the oldest from my parents, my biological parents, but then they had,
Oh.
yeah.
She said she's the oldest
Yeah. So
of your biological parents, and then they split up, and then they fucked everybody. Is that what happened? And then there was 4 more. Is that what happened? No, it's fine. We're all friends here. We're all friends. This guy had a colonoscopy and vasectomy. We're all buddies. This is what happens when I ask questions. Where did you grow up? Mexico, of course, Mexico. And so how old were you when you came to America? 7. How old are you now?
23.
This whole table. Questions. They have nothing prepared. They all got together before the set. They go, if they ask us anything, just deny it. We know nothing. You're 23. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
16 years in America. Okay. So you were the, okay. We're going to get back to it. Vasectomy. He had a vasectomy. That was the point. He had a vasectomy. You made the show all about you, and I don't know why you did that. My daughter invited you to come here, and you made the whole show about you. Make sure your dad asks me questions about my youth in Mexico. Vasectomy. How long ago was it?
I don't remember.
You don't remember. You guys, I don't even know. Do you even know where your children are tonight? The two of you. This is funny. There's like 4 boys and 4 girls. They just figured we'll just do this tonight. And I don't even know what's. They're amazing. So you're 37. You've had one. So I have. Okay. Here's my story. I'm 52 when I go. Okay. And well, first of all, I'm 52 and I also have an 11-year-old. So it was time to get a vasectomy. We pull up to the vasectomy day at the hospital, and I was nervous. Were you nervous? Yeah, right. Nervous. It's not a guy, someone's going to cut your balls open, right? So you're nervous. So my wife drives, and I'm in the passenger seat. I'm like almost hyperventilating. I'm so nervous. And we're waiting at the hospital. A car pulls in, right? Zips in, parks at an angle, gets out of the car. Papers are flying out of the car. He's kicking stuff across the floor. He reaches in the back seat and puts on his white coat. And I go, that's my doctor. There's no fucking way I'm letting him cut my balls open. He's kicking like x-rays around. He's got a donut in his mouth and it's windy. And he's got a bag and he's trying to, oh my God. So my wife finally gets me up there in the room. And I'm there. And I'm nervous, and they laid it down. My wife did not come in with me. Did you go in with him? You did not? No. Do they do that in Mexico? Do they do vasectomy? You were 7. I'm sure you were probably in... No? You don't know? Well, you're 1 of 5, so apparently there's no vasectomies in Mexico. But, so my wife did not come in the room. She just said, good luck to you. So you go in there, you lay down, the nurse says, take your pants and underwear off and lay on the table, and they clean you up, and you're supposed to shave before you go, right? Did you do that, or did you let them do it?
Yes.
You did it first?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta let them do it. It's so much nicer. I mean, it's $100 copay. I might as well let somebody shave my balls, right? I mean, if you get it reversed and go again, you'll let them shave you. And so this nurse comes in and she's shaving me and she's making like chit chat, you know. And she's like, so where are you from? I'm like, just shaving away. So they clean you up and they put the betadine on your balls too, you know. And then they lay that tablecloth over you with the hole so your balls are out. So you feel like a Mormon, right? And some of you will get that. And so I'm laying on this table in the doctor's office, and and they got that lamp that's like the surgery lamp, and she positions it like right there, so it's like I'm getting a suntan on my balls here, right? So she's got it here, and she goes, Rick, don't touch anything. Everything is sterile. If you do, we'll have to start over the whole process. So I'm laying there, and this lamp is like right here. And she forgot to tighten it like really good on that thing. So it's slowly. Hello! And it just keeps creaking, and it's down to like an inch across my balls. I'm going, I don't even know what to do. Right? Hello? It's burning now. The hotline, the betadine, I don't know, it was something. That's another thing. It kind of felt good in a weird way. So I got shaved, and it was a neat experience. So here's this thing, I'm going, oh my gosh, she's gonna. So she comes back in. It's one of those nurses who just like, she's just so like, matter of fact. She goes, what did you do? I did nothing, right? So she lifts it up again. I go, tighten it. So she tightens it. So the doctor finally comes in, and I'm all nervous now because this has been a catastrophe and the whole thing. I'm gonna have to ask you about your balls at this point, right? So, because you're the only one who manned up and said that they hadn't said. This guy back here goes, I shouldn't have boxed. You said, I think I had a vasectomy. I can't remember. And I have to ask my wife, but she doesn't remember anything either. So he goes and he says, "Okay, Rick, you'll maybe not feel this." I go, "I don't feel anything." So he did the first slice, and he's working on the right side, and boom, like 3 minutes. He goes, "Oh, it was easy, perfect, done, right?" And he goes over to my left side, and he's in there for about 40 minutes. And he says to me, he goes, "Rick, have you ever had any trauma when you were a kid?" I go, "I don't know what are you talking about." Was I kicked in the balls? Yes, I went to elementary school. That's what girls did. They kicked you in the balls. So he says, I can't seem to find it. I go, "We need to look harder," because, so he finally says, "I think I got it." That's what you want to hear, right? When you have a vasectomy. "I think I found it." And they do that thing where they cauterize it. Did they do you?
Yeah.
He goes, "We call this the fire stick." And he burns it, and you see smoke coming out of your balls, just rising up. And the smell is like nothing you've ever smelled in your life. Burning flesh, and it's your own flesh. So he's digging around in there, and he finally gets it. He says, "I think I got it." So I'm like, "Oh, God." So he does the sutures, and he says, "Okay, you can rest for a minute, and then come see me in my office for the follow-up and what you need to do for the next 2 months." So I'm like just laying there trying to get off the table. I hear off the other side of the room, they start singing "Happy Birthday" to the doctor. And I'm laying there and I go, "Don't let him cut the cake!" Not good. So I get dressed. You have to bring a jock strap, right? Yeah, they say, "Did you bring your jock strap?" So you gotta wear a jock strap. You put that on, you're bloody everywhere. It's kind of, So I kind of walk into the doctor's office, and he's writing some notes. And I look up at this wall of diplomas. And I look in a little closer, I go, "St. Pete Junior College? What the fuck?" I knew it! I had no idea what he was doing. I jumped too quickly into the vasectomy joke. I'm going to back it up a little bit if we can do that, because I forgot to tell you the end of the Cologuard joke. Can we do that?
Yeah.
We're filming tonight, so we'll just edit that and loop it back. And don't let the cameras and all the lights scare you guys, all right? This is big time comedy here. So I got so excited to tell the vasectomy joke because it's so fresh. But the Cologuard, there was one person that did it, right? Back there at that table, right? When you finish, you have to put the lid on the bucket, dump some fluid in there, and seal it back up in the box that they sent you. And they'll pay for the shipping. So I look at the last page, and it says, "Take your box of Cologuard to your local UPS store." There's one in our neighborhood. I go there a lot. I'm not bringing my box of shit into the place where they know me. Like I said, I live in Land O'Lakes. I drove that box of shit all the way to Sarasota. And I get there and I walk in, I go, just drop it off. It's prepaid, Rick, you can do this. And I got this box of Cologuard, and I'm walking through the parking lot. Everyone knows it's a box of shit, right? I keep seeing, I guess this is your wife looking at you, remembering this process, right? So I walk in there, I go, just drop it off, mail it. And I walk in there, there's a fucking line of like 6 people mailing their packages, and I'm just holding this Cologuard, moving up one step at a time, just trying not to look at anything. I get to the counter, and I put the box on the counter, and it's like a 22-year-old beautiful young blonde girl, and she's seen these probably 100 times a day, and she goes, "What do you got there?" I'm like, "Oh, fuck! Is there anything hazardous?" "Yes! Mail my shit! Just send it out!" See, that should have came before the second. Thanks for hanging in there with me. What's that?
Is there enough postage?
We're done. No, we're done. Your part was the vasectomy. No, we're done. You do not speak to me ever again. Oh my God. He sits in the front row. "Hey, look at me. Your daughter works for me." So, no, I'm in charge here, all right? But I have to give a speech at the wedding. Should I just do this? My daughter's getting married. Alyssa and Zach are getting married in 1 month, so I almost couldn't even say that. How am I going to get through the speech? I'm going to have to do like Bob Dylan with the cards. I'm just going to have to let everybody read them because there's no way I'm going to be able to do it. 1 month from now, right? Almost a month, right? A month and 3 days, something like that. I don't think I have a show that night. We'll see. I'll probably be there. But, I mean, if Paris Beef O'Brady's calls, I'm there. I gotta do that show. Yeah. The Caliente show. Is this it? Oh, these two guys, the bookends here. They probably know each other. This guy just wearing his hat, walking around naked. Am I right? You knew an awful lot about it, right? Yeah. I can barely see him, but how you doing, man? You doing good?
Oh, yeah, real good.
What's your name?
Tom.
Tom. Big guy named Tom. What's that hat you got on there? What is it?
Florida.
Oh, it's a Florida hat, yeah. In case anyone forgets where you are, Tom's from Florida. All the hats you could buy. I want one that says Florida, so they know. Are you retired, Tom?
Yes.
Yeah? What did you used to do?
Mailman.
You were a mailman? Why, someone's very, very funny. I don't know why it's so funny to her. Do you know her? Was she on your route? Tom's coming over today with his packages. Where did you mailman, Tom?
Ohio and Sarasota.
Ohio and Sarasota. That's a long fucking route. No wonder nothing was ever delivered. Yeah. Oh, man. How long have you been here in Florida?
5 years.
5 years. In year 6, you can lose the hat. We all get it. We know you live here now. It's fine. He'll never. Is it you, his wife?
Yes.
Yeah, he'll never wear the hat again. Or maybe he'll be so proud of it. Remember that guy at Beef O'Brady's talked about my hat? I knew it was a good purchase. I knew it would be good. You said it was a dumb hat, but the guy up on stage, he liked it. He talked about it a lot. No one likes it, Tom. So you folks were from Ohio and you moved down here and then you mailmaned and then you retired. Yeah. Was Spike was asking who has been in Florida the longest, right? Did he say that? And nobody said that. Was I dreaming? Did I fall asleep? Marriage. Oh, that's a singing. Yeah. You know, I just stand back there and wait to hear my name. I don't even know. Were there people here before me? I don't even know what happened. Rick Sapinski, then I come out of a trance and I go right on stage. Yeah, that's what you're the headliner. You know, that's what you do. Who's been in Florida the longest? What do we think?
35 years.
35? Just gonna be 35?
56.
56 years. Holy shit! Why are we clapping for that? He's gonna die like in a week. 56. Are you from here originally?
My parents moved here when I was 6 months old.
Oh, so all you know is Florida. I'm 52. I've been here for 49 years. I thought I had it fucking made, but this fucking guy was kidnapped at 6 and came to 6 months old and came to Florida. Yeah. Where from?
Ohio.
He probably delivered your mail. That's why it was so funny. This is your dad. He was the mailman. This whole show is a ruse. Come on, give him a hug. We set the whole thing up. Meet your dad, Tom. He wears ironic hats. So. His wife's going, that better not be you. I've told like 4 jokes and we were a half hour into this. So, All right, Tom and Keith. All right. How many? 56?
Yep.
No one beats 56, right? No. Because most everyone is from somewhere else, right? Yeah. Are you starting to get? We know where you're from. Your time and his time done. Remember Mexico? No, we know. God, is she like this at work? Hello, Mexico person here. I don't know if she work with you. I have no idea. Does she work with you guys? No. Not yet. Not after this performance. No. Because, you know, we all live here now. We're all, you know, you folks have been here 30 years. I've been here 49 years, 56 years. When October comes in Florida, right? Maybe early November and that first cold front comes through just a little bit.
It's amazing.
Right? Okay. Is it to Keith again? When I wrote this, it was just me. There's no, now Keith takes a turn. You know, that's just, when I point to you, then it's your turn. That first cold front, we're so excited, right? And people who have only been here for a short time, they're like, oh, this is great, there's a cold front. But the people who live here full time, you know it's not a great time because you know what's happening. The fucking snowbirds are coming down.
Here they come.
You look up I-95 and there's just a parade of Buicks and Cadillacs. And they're all wearing those Terminator glasses, they can't see shit. And you know someone in your neighborhood's gonna drive through the front of a Publix sooner or later. It just happens. That's why they put like a Target, those big red balls out there, right? So no one from up north will just drive into the fucking store. It happens every day in Florida. But I am happy, I love being in Florida now. I mean, hopefully when the kids are grown, which feels like, how old are your kids? This is your turn. How old?
7 and 8.
7 and 8. You
I
got,
was ready.
yeah.
I was ready then.
You got a way to go. 7 and 8. I've got 21, almost 15, and 11, right? So I'm keep thinking of that 11. Every time he has a birthday, I'm like, I'm so much closer to leaving this fucking state. So, where I can just go somewhere where it gets cold once in a while, right? But I also acquired 2 stepsons. One's in college over at UCF, and another one in high school. So I moved in with my wife. We moved in together, and when we started dating, it was kind of an interesting time. And when I first went over there, it was great. You know when you first meet each other, right? You know, 7, 8 years ago, the two of you, and someday, I don't even know, 23, and it's exciting, everything's fun and exciting. So the first time I spent the night over at my current, it was her house, spent the night there. I got up the next morning, and I took a shower, and we have a huge glass shower, about the size of this thing, all glass. So I'm taking a shower, and everything's fine, turn the water off, I reach out, open the door, and grab my towel, and we just started dating, like maybe only a couple months, and I feel this nice little kiss right on the top of my dick. Just a kiss. I'm drying my face and I go, so this is how it's gonna be with this girl. This is fantastic. So I dry out my face and I look down. It's her fucking dog! There's an 85-pound German Shepherd and he licked my balls before the vasectomy right up to the tip and gave it a little swirl. It was nice. But I didn't even know. What do you do? Do I call the Humane Society? Is this illegal in Florida? Probably not. You know, so everything's okay in Florida. Oh my God. So every time I take a shower and open the door, he's waiting there like, hey, you know, look at him. You have to draw the line. You know, with kids and animals, you got to draw the line. So I'm looking at him and I go, we only do this on Thursday now. So, yeah. Keith again. Keith had another turn. No wonder your parents threw you in the trunk and moved to Florida. What the fuck?
I'll use it later.
You here with your family?
My wife.
Your wife? She's your family, Keith. What the fuck? Are you here with your family? No, just my wife. And who are these friends with you?
Friends.
Just friends. I'm not saying you guys are fucking each other. I just want to know who they were. So you guys work together, maybe, or
We do.
you do? The girls work together. What do you guys do?
That's a complicated answer.
There is nothing more complicated than Tom and his fucking Sarasota to Ohio mail route. So let's dig into it. What do you do? HR company. My wife's in HR, so I kind of get it. Yeah. You don't want to tell me where it is? What company or? Trident. Why do you look at each other? Do they do that all the time?
I'm waiting for her to answer.
If you ask her, would you like to go to bed? Does she FaceTime her friend and go, should we do it?
Maybe.
Well, Keith is always fucking talking, so we know that's that must be hell for you. You never get a word in edgewise. When Keith says, honey, we need to talk, pack a lunch. It's gonna be a night. I'm gonna try to run through these 3 stories because my daughter's here and I gotta get to that story. So, not the one where you were born. I'm not gonna do that one. If you're good. So I said before, I have an 11-year-old. I'm 52 years old. So I'm a single, I was a single parent for a while. His mom and I got divorced. So I was in charge of going to the open houses at school. You guys have been to these things, right? Where you go to the first day of school. Remember when you guys went to school, it was that one room with the bell and little house in the prairie, you'd come 6 miles and go to school. Remember that? That was good. And but you've been to an open house with your kids, right? So when this year they finally opened schools back up, and they finally opened the schools back up. It's my future son-in-law, folks. Right in the middle of my fucking sentence. Listen. I'm gonna tell a joke. The punchline makes no fucking sense, none. But I'm gonna say broccoli. When you hear me say broccoli, stand up like it's the funniest thing you ever heard. He's never heard this before. So when I say broccoli, just go. And then when you guys are driving home tonight, just go, broccoli. When my dad did that broccoli. So, has he ever seen this? Now we have to wait for him. He's not taking a shit, is he? We got a second show and everything. I'm not going to get through the rest of the jokes. We're just going to do this. And then you're all going to stand up and go fucking crazy. Turn the tables over, light shit on fire. No, don't do that. We have a second show. And then we'll say goodnight and we'll move on. So, Tom, you want to go check on him? This is a long time. Keith, where do you guys live?
In Paris.
In Parrish. So you came all the way over here for the big show tonight, huh?
3 miles.
3 miles. Who drove the farthest? Who drove more than 3 miles? I know you folks. They came from Brooksville. Spring Hill. Yeah, anybody beat that? No. Yeah. You came from Mexico. That's a long flight. I'm glad they let you come across the border for the show. Yeah, it's been 40 minutes. You guys had a good time so far? My good friends Tommy and Spike and Dan were up here killing it. One more time for those guys. And I think their name was Alexis. One server for all you people. Tip nice, please. So, you're gonna go, Keith. Let's go with Keith because he's my man, right? What do you do for a living?
I am a database administrator.
You're the boringest fucking table I've ever met. HR, database. What do you do, my friend?
I'm a workers' compensation.
Oh my God. Must be a hoot when you guys get together and drink and. But you're gonna go back to the wherever. On Monday or Tuesday, because Monday's a holiday, and they're like, hey, this was a comedy show in big time Parrish.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it was a lot of fun. And people are always going to go, hey, tell me one of those jokes that you heard at the comedy show. And Dan said, fuck it 3 times. Don't tell those jokes at work, because HR. Yeah, don't do that. But here's a little benign one that you could probably tell at work. A little boy is being terrible, just terrible. And his mother, wit's end, had enough, sends him to bed with no dinner. I will see you in the morning. Boy comes down to go to school. His lunch is on the counter. He grabs the bag. He knows he's in trouble from the night before. But he opens the bag up and he goes, Mom, what's this green stuff? She goes, son, that's broccoli. Hey, that's my time. Rick Stupinski, thank you guys. Lots of fun. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it. Brooklyn!
Rick Stupinski, give a go for him.